Hi everyone, I'm Tiyanna Gentry.
And I'm Sevon Askew.
And we are your 2018 Spotlight recipients.
We are here today at TPAC to interview Quentin Oliver Lee, who is the Phantom in Phantom of the Opera.
Let's go check it out. When you first got the call that you got the part of the Phantom, what was your first reaction to that?
You know, it's funny. My agent called me. I was in the subway, but I just had an inkling. It was like, maybe. You know, it's really funny. I got the call around. My final audition was on Halloween, so it's going to be a year this coming. And it just was really tremendous. It was exciting. I wanted to jump out of a window. I was so happy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, the role of the Phantom, I feel like I've heard he's kind of only on stage for 35 to 40 minutes, if you add it up total, but I feel like every time he's on stage, he has to be at 100. So what's it like going on stage, doing music of the night, at that full blast, then going off for a little bit, then having to drop the chandelier? How do you manage going at 100 on stage, then having that downtime and having to come back out and being at that same level?
Yeah, that's really great. It's true. So he's only on stage for about a half an hour.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is there's moments set right before you go on stage where you're able to take time to reflect and to get back in the moment. It can be difficult, but it certainly, for me, is a good time to remind myself to be present and to be calm and to be in my body, as opposed to letting it get out of control, you know? And so it's really nice, actually. I take a lot of time to sort of meditate before the show happens, during the show, and just even sometimes on stage, I'm like, okay, you know, sing, okay, breathe, present, and then go again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's very much it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, the Phantom is arguably one of the most iconic characters of a Broadway show. Do you feel that pressure when you're on stage performing, or do you have any inspiration that you go off of when performing the character?
I certainly feel the pressure. Certainly, you cannot do it without not feeling the pressure. But fortunately, as you continue in it, you embrace it, right? You embrace the tremendousness of it, and if you're in the moment, hopefully you're not thinking much about the thousands of people staring at you every night. You're just thinking about your scene partner, which is really fortunate. I have great people that I get to work against every night. So there's that. I really take a lot of inspiration from them and from the people that I know will enjoy it. And knowing that it's not about me or whether I succeed or fail, I'm just going to go and I'm going to sing this wonderful work and act this wonderful story with my wonderful partners.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
When you, so we got to look at your resume, and you have this classical training, and to play the Phantom, you do kind of have to have that legit voice. So how do you balance singing classical music and then also going into the musical theater world? And so what was your audition song for this show?
So in order to get the original audition, I sang "Impossible Dream," which is one of my favorite songs. I think that's what I sang, and I got an audition for the actual part. And then they gave you the music for the show. And they gave me music of the night, I don't know. I must have sang that for them 60 or 70 times. Seriously, it was so many music of the nights over the course of a few months. But it's really just warming up, and I've had some really great voice teachers along the way that have been really, really helpful to access different parts of your register. The more you practice, the more you rehearse, the more you do the show, the more in your body it becomes. Yeah.
That's awesome. So we all know that we love the original Phantom of the Opera,
Sure.
but can we have some insight on why the decision to update the show?
Well, yeah, that's a great question. You got to think, the show again opened in 1987 at the West End. Now, since then, the internet has sort of taken off, all sorts of technology. I said earlier, we have an entire semi-truck just of sound equipment. That a lot of technology didn't even exist back then. So to be able to sort of update and bring a fresh twist is really, really amazing. It's the same beautiful story, the same music, the same costumes, but the set Come on now. It's just, you could come and just see that and just be blown away just by that, the set and the chandelier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that was The Phantom. You guys can come see The Phantom of the Opera at TPAC through November 4th.
For tickets, you go to tpac.org. Get them before the chandelier falls.